Hi, my name is Andrea, and going over the This Is Me assignment, I'd first like to talk about my self concept and how it shapes the way that I feel about myself, going into the other concept of self esteem, which can generally bring either good or bad connotations about how one feels about themselves. So, in regarding my self concept, I always like to think that I myself have traits like being a hard worker and also being a very passionate and kind of driven person. I consider myself to be very responsible as well because of the way my parents shaped me to be very school oriented, to always think about work, but also they've always taught me that school comes first, always before that. And because of these good traits that they have instilled in me, I always will think that I'm going to be able to become a successful person if I just continue to be motivated, if I just continue to be on the right track. My self concept is defined by many ways. Things such as my work habits, like how I just talked about, and how the way that I view, let's say, my body can make up my self esteem. If I were to be insecure about my body and think that I need to, say, like lose weight or gain weight, that would make up my self concept. And it also ties into self esteem and how I paint, like, a negative picture about myself if I wanted to lose weight. But if I wanted to gain weight, that would also mean that I have a negative picture because I don't think that I'm good enough. Let's say in my body. And another concept that I like to talk about is culture, which shapes the life that I live today, as well as the customs I have grown to know in time, such as norms and stuff like that. As a person from a Mexican culture, I would say that I am very family oriented and have continued to stay with my family even after high school, which is something that not a lot of people in my area like to do. Um, the events that have happened in my life have caused me to know and to become very family oriented. And where the area that I grew up in and the town that I'm from is very family oriented. Um, and they all believe that family is also very important. Um, Many people back home, and even my mom, even today and growing up, has always told my siblings and I that friends are only temporary, but family is always forever. That I shouldn't spend so much time with friends and stuff because they're not going to be able. I can't count on them like the way that I count on my family. Also, because I'm Mexican, I would describe myself as being someone to have a very strong communication skills. I think that my communication skills come from the fact that my perception and how I'm easily able to welcome new people in my life and how I can be a very open person. I'm always introducing myself to new people, and I wouldn't consider myself to be a very shy person either. Some of my activities revolve around the people that I work with and also the people that I go to high school with. My friends and I usually get together and partake in social activities such as movie nights. Sometimes we like to go out to eat at a nice restaurant. I consider us to be a very collectivistic group of people because we always do things that are in the best interest of one another. Um, the relationships that I have with my friends have helped me to improve my self esteem as they always like to build me up the person that I am and encourage me to become an even better version of myself because they see the potential that I have and consider me to be a very strong and a good person. Again, we are a very collectivistic type of people because we always like to look out for each other and like when let's say someone is going through a rough time, we always like to push them and tell them that it's going to be okay, always have their best interest in mind, which would be different if let's say we were individualistic and only really cared about ourselves and only bettering that one person, which it would be ourselves.